There it is. That's the goat. Yes, it's been in there for 9 hours. Jose, what part is this one?
This is actually the testicle.
When you think of central Mexico, you think of Mexico City, the capital and the largest city of Mexico. It is the go-to spot for many first-time visitors. But few people know of the other exciting things you can do in the state of Mexico, or even the state of Hidalgo. So if you are planning a central Mexico trip, you might be asking, where should I start? Hey there, this is Steve from Rockstar Eater, and in today's video, I'm taking you on a big 100-hour journey into the states and the cities of central Mexico. In this full documentary, you'll see all the best places you can eat on a budget, from street food to food halls, and awesome sights to see, from ancient pyramids to natural pools. So get ready for an epic viewing experience, because this is going to be the biggest Central Mexico food and travel video you're going to find anywhere on YouTube. And if you guys are new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell. More of these awesome food and travel videos coming your way. And with that being said, let's go to Mexico. So I just arrived in Mexico City, and this is my first time here in Mexico City. How fun. Yep, going to be here for about 5 days exploring all the best foods and all the best sightseeing. And thankfully, I do have a kind of a tour guide who's going to help me with all this.
Hey.
Jose LA Lifestyle Adventures.
What up, brother Steve?
How's it going? Hey, I haven't seen you in over a year. What you been up to?
Man, you know, just everything and nothing, but still eating.
All right, we're gonna have another adventure, right?
Another adventure.
Yes.
How have you been? And what have you been up to?
You haven't been following my channel this whole time? You know what I've been up to.
Okay, you got me.
All right.
Hey, well, keep following us because there's gonna be a lot more in store.
Ivan? Okay, good to meet you, Steve. All right, let's go in. So Jose, where are we at first?
Tacos Los Güeros de la Moctezuma. Rafa here, he said these are the best tacos in town. Right, Rafa?
Yes.
Delicious. They have everything here. They have eyeballs, they have brain, they have beef, they have al pastor. Anything you can think of, bro, they have it. They also have it in tortas, they have it in tacos, quesadillas, whatever you want. Burritos. You see the bulk of meat, before you know it, it's gone, and they just keep on replacing. Now, look at the salsas. The salsas are in what we call molcajete. A molcajete is a bowl made out of volcano rock, and they keep on refilling these bowls with salsa. So it's almost like never ending. I don't even know what time they close here, but we told them we're coming, and they're gonna stay open for us. So come and try them.
Sounds like a plan.
Come on.
So that is the menu, in case you guys are wondering how much it costs.
The taco is actually the typical food of the Mexican. It's very simple. It's just in a tortilla with the meat. As you can see, the meat as it cooks, as it marinates, and also as the way they fry it as well. Right now it's 1:45 in the morning, and this place is packed. It looks like it's 1:45 in the afternoon. You got kids here, you got everybody here, bro.
All right, Jose, so what did you order?
So right here, bro, this is the tacos al pastor. This is, without a doubt, hands down, the most popular taco in Mexico City. Look, see? Look, it's this popular. I can't even stop, not even grabbing it. I have to eat it.
You can't help it, right?
I can't help it, bro. Oh, look at this.
What is that?
A burrito.
Burrito?
For Bishop.
For Bishop, yeah.
Look at that burrito.
He's right over there.
Uh.
He's happy.
This is sesos. It's cow brain.
Whoa.
It's a delicacy.
Okay.
This is what you're gonna have and taste and try it.
Me?
Uh-huh. This is yours, buddy. This here, it's intestine. It's almost like a chitterlink. So it's an intestine that's also like deep fried in the grease of all the mixture of meats. Okay? Mm-hmm. Very flavorful. Some people like it really toasty. Some people like it less toasty. I prefer it a little bit on the not toasty.
Right.
Okay? And in this here, it's cabeza. The cabeza basically comes out of the head of the cow. It's the meat around the actual skull. ¿Verdad?
Gotta have that, right?
Gotta have it.
And what is horchata again?
Horchata is rice water. Very delicious, very refreshing. Even at 1:45 in the morning.
All right, let me try some of that too.
Right? What do you think, Rockstar?
It's a taste of Mexico.
Right?
It's truly magical.
Right? It goes perfectly well with your tacos.
Yes.
Right?
I can't wait.
This is arrachera. It's basically steak meat. But if you look at it, it's very thin, very slightly thin and cut. Cooked to perfection. Taco asadita. Gracias, señor.
Even more?
Yeah, this is strawberry. Es de leche, no? This is it's a strawberry drink, milk-based. Like?
That's like the best strawberry milk leche I think I've had.
Right?
It's good.
It's delicious. This is just the beginning, Steve.
I'm so excited. If you guys have seen my Puerto Vallarta videos last year, Jose LA, which stands for Lifestyle Adventure. So be sure to subscribe to him. It's all going to be in the video description. Okay, and you said that the tacos al pastor is like the taco of Mexico City,
yes.
right?
Yep, that's the trademark
Okay.
of the Mexican taco.
All right, cheers.
How's that? Bam!
I feel it's as perfect as it gets.
Right?
Crispy and tender, full of flavor. You put the hot sauce on there, man.
Like a pica, Steve.
Tacos al pastor is my favorite taco flavor. I feel like I can eat 10 of these. I'm not kidding. Like if I had a big stomach, I'll probably just down 10 of these and call it a night.
I like sesos.
This
Sesos
one.
is the cow brain.
Okay, I've had cow brain before back
Okay.
in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've had it
Try
before.
this one. Oh, you have? Mm-hmm. See, tell me what you think of this one.
Okay. That thing just melts in your mouth.
Doesn't it?
I find that a lot of foods is not necessarily the taste that's bad.
Right.
It's just more the thought of it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, flavor-wise, it's not bad at all. Like I said, that thing almost melts like uni, I would say, like sea urchin.
Yeah, that's a great comparison.
Not the same flavor, by the way, but
No, the texture.
texture.
You're right.
Maybe we'll try some tripa.
Yep.
Dude, that thing is amazing.
Isn't it?
It's so crispy. When I saw it, I already knew I was gonna like it.
Really?
Just by the way it looks.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Now, there's two different types of intestines. There's the poop intestine, and then there's one that's called the milk intestine. Mm-hmm. This is the milk intestine.
Okay. Okay. Man, it's good stuff. I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it almost as much as the tacos al pastor.
Really?
It's still number one. This one, tacos al pastor, but this one I think is number two so far.
Okay. This is arrachera.
Arrachera.
Yes.
Which is
Beef.
Beef.
Kind of like a carne asada.
Okay. All right. Very easy to eat.
Yep.
Okay. Not challenging at all,
No.
but I still like it.
Oh, it's delicious.
How do you like it?
Love it.
Well, beef, I have no complaints. It's good.
Right?
Tacos from LA versus tacos from here are almost about the same.
No comparison.
No comparison?
No.
No. And Jose told me before that he feels the tortillas are so fresh and so light that it doesn't feel heavy on his stomach. Right?
Yeah. It doesn't have any preservatives.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any gluten. So these tortillas, Steve, if you leave them out, they're only going to last you maybe 2-3 days.
Yeah.
In the States, you can put them in the refrigerator and it'll last you for months.
Yes.
Not here.
Jose, did you already eat some of this?
Yeah, but I'll take another one.
Okay. What does it taste like?
You know, Steve, usually onions are very harsh. These are very sweet.
Is
They
it?
literally taste like a caramel onion.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's caramelized, obviously, but something happened that it switched the tartness of an onion into sweetness.
This is really fascinating because this is the latest that I've had
Yeah.
tacos or Mexican food anywhere.
As you can see, again, it's 2 o'clock and this place is full. They're still eating. So in LA, you know, it's almost like when you go over there, there's not that many places that are open this late, right?
That's right.
And even if you do find something, it's very heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Yep.
and then you feel it the next day.
Yeah.
And you get that, you know, bloated. You get that very uncomfortable feeling.
Yes.
Here, I'm telling you, Steve, I could probably keep going on some more tacos, but I'm not, because we're gonna save it for tomorrow.
Yes.
But you know, this is just a lifestyle here.
Yes.
You could be at home, bored, doing whatever, and just say, let's go get some tacos.
Okay.
And you come and just eat tacos at any time.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's a lifestyle
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy this lifestyle just for tonight,
for the week.
for the week. Oh, yeah.
All right, man, we're here with Ernesto from Tacos Los Güeros. Everybody, if you haven't been, you got to come. It's right by the airport. As soon as you land, come right here.
So our adventure is done for tonight. Really awesome tacos. We're heading back to get some sleep. We drove about 2 hours north to a city called Progreso, which is in the state of Hidalgo. And this is the place I'm staying at one of my travel buddies' home. Very nice of him to let us use this place. Maybe I'll just give you a little tour. So there are about 3 bedrooms, it looks like. This is the living room with the couch. And then this is, I guess, one of the tables to eat or hang out. And on this side is the kitchen. You see, that's the sink right there. And that is the stove. That's the refrigerator. And I believe that's the dining table. There's a couch right there. And this is the bathroom. I'm not sure how many hours of sleep I'm gonna get, but my night is pretty much done. In fact, I'm gonna be up and going in just a few hours. All day food tour in the city. Well, good morning. It is 9 o'clock a.m. local time, and I didn't really sleep that much. It was a really long night. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to get through the rest of the day okay. But this is something I wanted to show you that it was kind of hard to see last night, but outside there are stairs that lead up to the ceiling. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I don't remember when was the last time I've been on a house that had a open floor second story. Yes, but here in this little town that I'm gonna explore in just a bit. Looks like everyone's awake. Jose, good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Okay, so what's going on, breakfast?
Ivan's mom, the father, and his beautiful wife, they're here. They're gonna prep us like a little meal. Something light, not too heavy, so we can go through our day.
Vamos a hacer un fideo que le gusta a don.
This is pretty cool because this is the first time I've ever had Mexican food made in a household, homemade Mexican food. All of my life I've been eating it at restaurants, but today that is gonna change. Right here in this little town, Progreso. I guess all of this is gonna be used to make the gordita. So this is the maíz, which is the masa. And then we have what's called the pigweed, which is some sort of a vegetable right there, as well as shredded chicken, pollo. Yep, that is fresh made. And then on it goes to the skillet. Oh, it's cooking very nicely, making good progress. That's how it looks like when it's done. And then you start stuffing it with the veggies. And then also some cheese, queso. And it goes right in there. And this is done. Yeah, it's like a Mexican noodle soup.
This is so good. La sopita de fideo.
Thank you for identifying it for us all.
Rica.
All right, it is finished. This is the sope. So it looks like on it we got cheese, chicken, and the tomatillo sauce. And this is called quelite. I have never had this dish before. This is, yeah, I've never found this anywhere in LA before. This is pretty awesome. See, this is the cheese, the pigweed, veggies. You can look it up on Google on your own time. And this is the Gordita. Sopa de fideo.
Yep.
It's going to take me some time, but I'll get it. So it's very simple. It's just noodles and a tomato-based broth that's cooked together with the family recipe. I love it. I got to get this recipe from her.
Sí se da, pero no lo cultivan específicamente. Se da solito a las orillas de las zanjas.
Wow. I don't think I've ever tasted something like that before. It tastes very similar to spinach, but I do notice there's kind of a kick to it, like it's spicy. And the gordita, it's, it almost tastes like a Salvadoran pupusa, but this is very Mexican, let me assure you. Also, this one called the sope.
Porque ya ves anoche le metían a medianoche y ya con esto.
This one's good. So once again, there's cheese, there's chicken, and there's tomatillo sauce. Look at that, you even got the coffee too.
Los argentinos no nada.
Argentinos?
Very nice. First breakfast on the trip, so far off to a great start. So I guess we're gonna finish off here and then we're headed off into the city.
It's legal here.
It's legal?
Yeah, it's legal. Come on in, guys.
All right.
We're going in an adventure. And we're about to go and do a type of picnic because we got these chickens. We got all the ingredients that it takes to make this barbacoa, chicken barbacoa. And we got all the herbs, the tomatoes, greens, cheese, potatoes, cheese. And you're gonna see how here you could pretty much just literally get in the back of a pickup truck, find yourself a spot, and pretty much cook and have a great day. And it costs probably like $0.
So I'm not gonna get in trouble with the US authorities for doing this, right? Or the Mexican ones. Woo, that was pretty fun. Yeah, so we are basically switching on to another car and then we are gonna go to our food destination, barbacoa. So we've made it to Ivan's brother's house and this is where we're gonna be cooking some barbacoa, backyard style, the real deal.
Oh, you say claro, right? Oh, okay, good. Steve, that's the one. Yeah. Okay.
This is a pretty nice house. I think this is by far the nicest house I've seen on this trip.
This house reminds me of a cabin house back in Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead. You know, you have like the forest, all the trees, and it's just all open.
Yeah.
But it came with just this.
Just this?
Just this. This was in the lot. So this was like the house. So he kept it in here and built around it.
Wow, is this a tree from the actual?
Yes.
Wow.
Come up here really quickly and take a tour. Hopefully this doesn't break. Okay, it's nice and sturdy. Yep. Maybe I'm sleeping here tonight, right?
You can sleep there tonight.
I can sleep here tonight? Okay.
That's gonna be your room.
After all the barbacoa, I need to lie down. And check this out. There's even the restroom. Okay, it's kind of a small little restroom, but I think this is the coolest part. These are rocks that were taken from the local river. I got it. Oh, wow.
There you go.
I thought this thing was gonna break for a second. And I want to clarify that I'm not at a restaurant, so it's not like you can come here and order the food. The family is making this barbacoa for us in their backyard. But you can find barbacoa restaurants in a lot of places in the city. So I guess just look up the one that looks the best, go to that restaurant and enjoy. But at least I can show you what it looks like if you make it from scratch, like the very primitive way, but also the best way. Well, I guess this is the fire pit that they are going to cook the barbacoa, and today we are going to have the chicken.
Ya cuando está rojo, ya se consumió la leña.
Okay, okay. All right, I'm gonna get this thing started. Since we got all this done, here's this. Put it all. Okay. All right, it's done. Prendelo. Ahora sí.
This thing is on fire. So today we are going to be trying the chicken barbacoa, which takes about 5 hours. The goat is an overnight process. As you can see, this is not fast food. This is the definition of long food. I'm really into this kind of style of cooking, like a very primitive, slow, methodical way of cooking barbecue, because the end result, it tastes great. I mean, you have so much more appreciation for what you're going to eat. And it looks like these lovely ladies are cutting up some carrots to make the caldo de consomme, which is kind of like chicken soup. So this is gonna go along with the meal, it looks like. More the merrier. Wow, it's very aromatic.
Very aromatic.
Yes. Herbs. Yes. Oh yeah.
Can you see the chicken?
Yes, the chicken feet, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Esta está lista. This is ready. They've already burned it. It's flexible, right? So we can use it. And we're gonna put it over here. Aquí?
Sí.
Okay, consomme. Okay. This one here, we gotta flip it. See, you always have to have this part at the bottom. Like that.
And this thing is gonna go into the fire pit too. So this thing around it is the prick leaf that was roasting in there just a moment ago. And the tamal, I heard, is made with the inside. There's the pork skin. There's also herbs, a lot of spices. Yeah, I'll find out in just a bit. I know that I've never had it before like this. Man, it's hot. Okay. Yep. We're gonna put the soap on now.
Take it easy. Over here, aquí.
Okay.
There it is. So basically right now they're just putting the pot in the center. So and then they're gonna cover it. So it could actually cook with all that heat that's under there.
Ahí está. Ahí está, sí está.
Yep, there it goes.
Le voy a poner un
Abajo ya está hirviendo.
Oh, sí?
El agua ya está hirviendo.
And now the leaves are spread on top of it to kind of preserve the heat and the flavor. This is a very interesting technique.
The barbecue and the sauce from the chicken, when it's cooking, it's gonna drip into the broth, into the pot of broth that's underneath. And that's also gonna add flavor to the soup. Everything is natural, from the rocks to the logs, to the brick, to the lava rocks, to the prickly leaves. Everything is just natural.
Are you mainly covering the edges? Or?
Yeah, you're covering the edges so it can weigh down the plastic cover.
All right, so this is all the dirt on top. It takes between 3 to 5 hours to cook. They say you could put about 100 chicken in there, but today we're only gonna do 5. But we're not gonna wait around for 3 hours doing nothing. We gotta go get some food somewhere else.
Yes, we're going downtown to go get some tortas.
All right, well, let's go. So Jose, it looks like we made it out to a torta truck.
Yes, Satus Tortas in Progreso de Abregon. These are the best tortas in town. Anybody that knows a good sandwich, they know to come here. And this is probably the most authentic and the realest and the best tasting typical sandwich of Mexico. Jamon is ham. This is pork cheese, egg, and what else do they have? I believe you could add cheese. You have pierna de milanesa, pierna, queso Oaxaca, queso amarillo, y queso blanco.
How do these prices work?
So basically, I guess you go by the torta. So these tortas are 35 pesos each.
Got
which
it.
Kind of comes out to like $1.35. The ones down below are 38, and the ones on the bottom are 43 pesos. Now the cubana, that is the torta of choice. That's the top seller, and that's why this one, it's 70 pesos. But I believe it has almost everything in it. That's the one we're gonna try.
Well, I guess this is Satus, the owner himself. He is at the grill, making it with a lot of love. And I heard that a local bakery actually makes this bread specifically for tortas Satus. So this is very special. Yes. So you're getting some high quality meat, and plus you're getting some quality bread. And the onions chipotle sauce is a secret house recipe from what I heard, and this is one of the reasons why the tortas here is so good. So I heard that tortas is one of the most popular foods that you can find in the city. So if you're looking for Mexican style sandwiches, especially ones that are very flavorful, very authentic, then Santos is probably your best bet. All right, so this is their famous one, I guess.
Yes, this is the torta cubana. The torta cubana comes with everything. When I say everything, it comes with mayonnaise, ham, pork cheese, Oaxaca cheese, panela cheese, carne milanesa, which is beef, breaded chicken. It has weenies, it has onions, it has chipotle sauce, avocado, and turkey. And man, this thing is loaded. This is jalapenos with carrots, and it's pickled.
Yes.
Pickled jalapenos.
Got it.
With carrots and onions.
But you know, I've had Cubano sandwiches before in the past.
Yeah, you haven't tried, or you haven't had a torta cubana in Mexico.
Okay. Actually, we did at Puerto Vallarta.
Okay, Steve. Quit arguing. Just eat it.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
This is not your typical Puerto Vallarta torta or States torta. This is a torta from Hidalgo.
There's like so many things going on in your mouth.
There
you
is.
get the meats, different kinds of meats.
Yep.
You get the egg, you get the cheese, the richness of the avocado, and the sauce.
Chipotle sauce and the onions as well. They were like that sauteed onions that he makes. Man, this is so good.
Yeah.
Did we say the aguacate also?
Oh yeah. You know, I also like the whoa,
Wow.
the bread.
It's very light. It's not, you know?
Yeah. And that's one of the things I've noticed about the food in Mexico is that whether it's the bread or the tortilla, it doesn't totally kill your stomach. Do you know what I'm saying?
At all.
Yeah.
At all. And the cheese also. One thing, in the States, I can't eat cheese from pizzas or melted cheese from any Mexican restaurant because the oil that it actually comes out, it messes up my stomach. But here, I can have all kinds of different cheese. It could be raw, it could be melted, it could be grilled, and it doesn't mess up my stomach, bro.
Really?
It just, I don't know, it's just healthier eating, I guess.
Yeah.
Or better eating. I shouldn't say healthier because...
Well, I guess because less preservatives and more natural ingredients, like more organic, I would say. Okay, well, let's finish this up and let's be on our way.
Let's do it.
All right. You see the line here? It's very popular. I heard that aside from ordering for pickup, that they do delivery within like a 10-mile radius. So I guess if you live around here, that's a great thing. But if you are just planning to visit this part of Mexico, yeah, it wouldn't apply, but you can still come on over here, order your food, and enjoy it at some of these tables. All right, now we are heading back to the original spot where we were doing the barbacoa because the food is almost ready, but we do have to make a little stop before we get there to pick something else up along the way. We're actually at this little vendor that sells these lambs because this is actually going to be one of our barbacoa menus on another night. So we are going to have lamb barbacoa. So we're actually buying the lamb live, and unfortunately we're going to have to kill it in order to prepare it and eat it. Wow, this is quite an experience I'm having here in Mexico.
Look at that, look at that. ¿Es hombre o mujer?
Este te puedes comer los huevos.
So I guess this is the lamb that we picked. That's going to be part of the barbacoa dinner on another night. And I think this is the first time I've seen a lamb this up close before.
Oh, okay.
The moment has come. It is ready to unpack. Ooh, it's so warm. It's very warm. Very hot, actually. Oh yeah, we got some fresh tortillas being made. Wow, there it is. Wow. Whoa, look at that.
Pollo Loco has nothing on this.
Chicken good?
The juice, the broth, it's even better. Undescribable. I don't know how even to say it.
We just peeled it right off of the chicken and we're just gonna eat it with the tortilla, which is fresh made too.
Oh.
It's very tender. And it's kind of spicy too. Wow. I didn't expect the spiciness. I feel that this is as natural and organic and earthy chicken as you're gonna find. Just like my friend said to the right here, it doesn't taste like something from a store. This tastes like something that came from the earth. Quite literally. I mean, where are you gonna find this in a restaurant? Seriously. This is like hours and hours and hours of labor done in love by this awesome family. And I cannot forget about this chicken soup that was cooking underneath the whole chicken. It smells incredible. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like kind of citrusy. Ooh, that's good. It tastes just like a chicken soup, but I thought it was going to be oilier since all the juice was dripping from the chicken during the cooking process. But keep in mind that this soup was also been cooking with the whole chicken for about 3 to 5 hours. So you do kind of taste the additional flavor from the whole chicken. Just a little bit smoky, a little bit of a spicy kick to it. It's great. I mean, even Jose right here, he's enjoying it too. I think Jose even put like a piece of chicken chicken feet in mine. And by the way, Chinese cuisine does have chicken feet, dim sum.
Yes.
Yes. It tastes just like chicken feet. You know, like that gelatinous taste on top?
Ah, gelatinous.
Oh yeah.
That's a good word.
Gelatinous is the best way I can describe it because it doesn't have like that signature chicken taste.
Right.
More like eating like savory jelly in your mouth, I would say. Yes. Yeah, so after you have some nice chicken tacos, finish it off, or maybe eat the soup at the same time. Awesome taco and soup combination I've ever had. So this is with the, it's pork. Yeah, a lot of pork skin.
Yep.
Got some veggies, spices,
Herbs.
lots of herbs. Yep. So this is how you're supposed to do it. Jose's going to demonstrate it. Just
like this.
make it into a taco, right?
Make it into a taco.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yes.
Everything's a taco.
When in doubt, just put lime to it.
Okay. Gracias.
That one is the most interesting taco I've ever had. So apparently this is supposed to be the appetizer, but I guess it kind of was late on timing today. Yes, like fatty, kind of melt in your mouth. Now let me tell you, that taste is not for everybody because some people are not into that taste. So if you're not, then you probably wouldn't like this one. But if you're open-minded and adventurous, yeah, for sure. This is something you will definitely like. It is 7 o'clock. I've been here since about 12 o'clock with a little bit of a break in between. You see, when you do these barbacoas, like really the old-fashioned way, it can really take all day. I am so tired, but it was a really great experience, and I'll be back here in 2 days. Good morning. It is about 7:30, and today I'm going to be traveling 2 hours down south to the state of Mexico to check out one of the greatest tourist attractions in that area. I'm going to be seeing some pyramids. I'm running a little bit late, so I got to go, like right now. So we decided to make a quick stop before we head over to the pyramids. We're going to have breakfast at the spot that I heard was pretty bomb.
That's what they told us. We're at the Mercadito in Tepatepec, 31 de Mayo. And they actually said to try the pancita de res Don Toño.
Okay.
And they say it's a must try.
All right.
So you know us, we must try it.
And this is their main attraction. So it's wrapped up and it's cooked barbacoa style, stomach lining of the beef, and they just stuff it with everything. So what they do is they would cut it and then they would pull it out here and just kind of dice it. Hopefully it doesn't splatter on you.
Right.
All right, Jose. Oh, look at that. He's going for it. So they have the salsa by the table too. Yeah, you can sit at the counter if you want to. You know, kind of like street food. Looks good.
Amazing.
Amazing?
Oh, wow. Yes, enchiladas.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
How is it?
There's so much flavor in there.
Isn't there?
Yeah. There's like it's bursting with so much flavor. This is like a taste of Mexico right here.
So this actually is a gordita. Remember we had this earlier?
Yep.
This gordita could be vegetarian because it actually has mushroom and corn. Okay? And a little bit of cheese.
Did we just split it?
Split it, yeah.
Okay, I get the smaller piece, you get the bigger piece.
Okay.
You see, I'm very generous.
Thank you, Steve. Cheers.
All right.
Oh, wow. You know, honestly, it tastes just the way I thought it was going to taste.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
Yeah.
The combination of the cheese that we've already had here, but just the mushroom. The mushroom is so flavorful. It's not like a regular mushroom. I don't know what it is, but it has a great taste to it.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Do you remember that one we had at Hector's place last year? With the
Oh,
mushroom?
yeah. The quesadilla?
Yeah.
You're right. Tlacoyo. And this here, it's actually like a tamale almost, with beans inside in a chili sauce. And basically it looks very, very delicious. I tried it earlier, Steve, and it is a little spicy, but it has a right kick to it. These beans are finger licking good.
They are.
Wow.
Okay, you're going to have a lot of napkins on you when you're eating this thing.
Yeah, you have to. Wow. Those beans are something else.
Jose, I think this is one of my favorite things I had on this trip so far.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I just love beans this way. So
Yeah. Wow.
savory.
It is.
It's comforting.
It's got the right spices, not too hot, not too spicy. This is delicious. This is delicious.
This is one of those things you really need to order here.
You do. This is the cabeza. It's the meat around the head of the cow. Very, very tasty. The meat is really, really tender, really soft. It's a little gamey. But if you like the gamey taste, which I do, I prefer this over like a steak with a hard meat. That's just me. And then this one here, this is the one that it's a stomach lining. But inside the stomach lining, they actually put the cow feet, they put the head, and they put meat in it, in a chili sauce as well. This is gordita de lengua. So it's beef tongue, also very good. Very tasty. The way they actually cook the tongue, it's very flavorful. So even though it doesn't look like it has a lot of spices in it, it's everything that's cooked with, it's inside the meat. I think the lemon almost always gives it a little, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, little salsita.
All right, you see?
This just adds the right.
How do you say it? Pacapique?
Pa que pique, Steve. This tongue is amazing. Wow.
Okay, you ate the tongue and I ate the cabeza.
Dude, I just had my cabeza. The cabeza was good. The lengua, I don't know. It's right up there.
Really?
You got to try it.
I know, when you say it's cabeza, it's like the meat around the head, but
Right.
I want to clarify, it's not the brain.
No,
No. There's
it's
a
the
difference.
meat around the skull of the cow.
Yes.
But it's real tender. It's gamey. Yeah,
So that's why when you look at it,
Right.
it looks like just like brisket almost,
yeah.
right?
We actually have sesos. You want one?
Sesos?
Yeah, the brain. So we could tell the difference? Okay.
I guess might as well if we're here, right?
Well, one more sesos, please.
Honestly, I'm not like the biggest lengua
Fan?
fan, but since you say it's really rocking,
dude.
I'm gonna try it.
It's rocking, Steve.
After all, I am here in Mexico, so might as well just take advantage of the experience,
Might as
right?
well.
All
We're
right.
here.
Here it is.
That was a good bite, too. Right? Dude, that's exactly how I reacted.
I've never had a lengua that was that big in a taco before.
Right. They're very generous on the portions. But the taste, the taste is like super juicy.
Juicy, and it's like very tender.
Very tender.
Yeah, because you know how you have the thought, oh, it might be crunchy and just like eating the tongue.
No.
If you guys are kind of intimidated, don't be, because this will probably change your mind of eating lengua.
Yeah, you'll be missing out if you don't try it.
So in terms of the seating here, it's pretty much you can sit at the counter, and there's some indoor seating, but then you can always take it to go, right? Yeah.
Yep. It's always better to eat it here, though.
Oh, of course.
Nice and warm, right out of the that cover that they actually put it in.
Oh, yeah.
Where it keeps it all hot and just fresh. I actually am a cow brain person, but this one, Steve, is cooked so different. As you can see, it's sauteed in onions, other herbs that I don't even recognize. It's got some chili. It looks so good, because usually when you get the cow brain, it's just the brain almost boiled. And it is actually cooked in some sort of herbs, but this right here, it's a different level. And this is a must try. If we're here, we're doing it, we got to try this. Here you go, Brother Steve.
All right. You did a good job splitting it equally.
Right?
Yeah. You really want me to try my portion, right?
Yeah. I am a trained professional.
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Yes. Wow.
Dude.
Okay, I'm gonna say right now,
Oh.
this is probably the most flavorful brain taco I've had.
Isn't it? Like again, Steve, I'm used to having sesos, not like this. This, bro, I think this is even like a little piece of cactus. The vegetables that they put in there, the way they sauteed them and mixed it in with the brain, it's a different level, man.
I mean, me personally, I like this because when I've had the seso tacos, right?
Yep.
I think sometimes some places make it very simple, just putting just the seso inside and that's it.
Yeah, and it becomes mushy.
Exactly.
Like, too mushy.
Kind of. I mean, it's not to say that it tastes weird. Some of them still has a clean taste to it.
Yes.
But this is a little bland, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this one is like, you have a party in your mouth.
Yeah, this almost reminds me of almost like a salad.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like a spicy salad.
Like a spicy salad. Yeah. Oh man, this is so good.
I mean, it's not terribly expensive. Pretty much everything is between 25 to about like 30 pesos, right?
That's it, bro. And they're very generous on their portions too.
Yes, I noticed that.
Everything that you get, they stuff it.
Mm-hmm. You see?
You can't go wrong, man. Everything's either under $1 or slightly over $1. Mm-hmm. Maybe we just have to stay here, Steve.
Yeah, trying to convince me to stay here.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay. There's no place better than the Placita and Tepatepec. Right?
Oh, yep. One thing I really noticed about at least this part of Mexico is that there are a lot of stray dogs walking everywhere. It's crazy. That's why when you drive down the street, you have to be more worried about hitting a dog than hitting a human being. I mean, back in LA, it's kind of like the opposite, but just letting you know, if you're traveling here, just watch out for the dogs, especially if you're driving. So we drove about an hour and a half south towards Mexico City to check out one of the best attractions in Mexico. So where are we at, Jose?
We're at Teotihuacan, the pyramids of Teotihuacan. This is gonna be a sight to see. Very historical, very monumental, and man, it's gonna be just amazing. Just looking at it from here, it just looks great.
I can tell we're gonna get our steps in today.
We sure are. Get your watches ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Teotihuacan. All of this is in Spanish, but there's also an English section too that'll tell you a little bit about the history of this place, which is always fun. And based on what I am seeing on this map, it looks pretty big. You could be walking quite a bit, not just up the pyramids, but look at all that. So it looks like there are more than one pyramids here. I wasn't planning on getting a hat, but I think it's a good idea to get one since there's a lot of sun above. It's not hot, but it's just very, the sun just beams down on you. And they do have a lot of these gift shops on your way to the pyramids that sells a lot of things. Like a lot of things for tourists like us. And then after you pass all the gift shops, behind me is the big pyramid. This is the Pyramid of the Sun. It's pretty high. I know it looks kind of small in the frame, but I assure you it's pretty big. I wonder if we could go up there today. Let me find out. You cannot climb up, and I think it's been closed to public climbing for some time. I was looking forward to it actually. It looks pretty fun, very thrilling. But I think there is another pyramid somewhere around here that you can climb. It's not as big, but still better than nothing, right? As you're walking about, you'll see that there are a lot of these merchants everywhere trying to sell you stuff, and that's one of the things that you'll find in Mexico. I usually don't buy them, but if you guys do, just know that you can bargain with a lot of them and get it for a fairly cheap price. So apparently all of this was underground before, is that the history?
Yeah, this was all buried. And back then it just looked like an empty dirt field. Even the pyramids, they were covered with dirt. And they were pretty much just uncovered as they started digging. They came up with like a wall. And then as they started following the wall, it started taking shape. And then before you knew it, they started excavating and this whole valley came about.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's basically like a lost city that was found.
Yes, exactly that.
I guess you can just pick off one of these from this, was it like a cactus plant? Oh, it's kind of sharp, so you have to be careful. Oh, it's such a harmless dog. That's a good thing. You never know sometimes with these dogs. There was a time in which all of this was under dirt, so it looked like a very big hill, but then when they excavated it, they found all the stones. See, you can find so many things under dirt. And I made it to the Pyramid of the Moon. It is pretty big, not as big as the Pyramid of the Sun, but still, you can walk a long distance up. And I noticed that to both sides, there are these monuments that apparently were ancient temples where they used to sacrifice to their deities, or that's how the story goes.
So each pyramid represented something different, or a god that they had their own separate beliefs. This particular one where we're standing on, it's actually, they just founded it in 1960. They studied astrology. It was almost like an observatory. So the interesting thing that they had here was they had a pool on the inside of the top of the pyramid where they would actually fill it up, and that pool was used as a mirror, as a reflection to the stars. So that enabled them to actually study the stars as they were looking down at the pool of the reflection of the actual stars.
And I guess these are some of the living quarters they had in this compound. It's open now, but before there were different rooms for the residents. This is a very cool underground temple facility. And one of the reasons why this spot is pretty unique is the murals that you'll see that are preserved. I just like it because it's nice and cool in here. It really could be hot, especially in the summertime.
We're gonna go up to this pyramid since they didn't let us climb the big one. Luckily though, last time I came with my wife and my kids, we were able to climb. And the scenic view, it's amazing. So right here, look at, appreciate this view. And once we go up to that pyramid, the view is even gonna be greater.
Going up, not so bad. Going down, a little scarier. But at least the view is very nice. On the other side, looks like there's this other section to see. This area is kind of cool. It's almost like a amphitheater or some sort of a seating venue where you can watch a show, but there's nothing here. It's good to relax because I've been doing a lot of walking, and Not necessarily up and down stairs, but just everywhere, because this is a really huge area. You can be here like half day. Now is the fun part. Walking down the steps. Whoop-de-doo. Well, that's pretty much most of Teotihuacan. It is about close to 5 o'clock. That's when they close. But it felt like I've been here a long time. I don't know if you guys like ancient pyramids, but I don't see them that often. So to me, this is very interesting. At least I got my steps in for today. So the last food spot we're gonna be going to tonight is actually another taco shop, which I'm always into. So where are we at?
We're at Taqueria Sophie's in Progreso. And man, everybody's been telling us we have to try this spot. And by the looks of it, I think they're right. This food right here, it looks amazing. The tacos, I almost want to have like one of each.
Yeah, so this
what do you think?
This is kind of like your really authentic neighborhood taqueria, right?
Yes, very authentic. This is probably as authentic as you'll get around here. They mix everything up. Everything is cooked in its own juices. So you have a variety of everything. So the taste is going to be so flavorful. So here we got the typical green sauce. Everybody makes their sauces obviously different. This one here, even the color's a little different. I think this one they might have put avocado. So, and then you got your lime, and you got the red sauce that you can't do without. And of course, a little bit of lime, a little bit of salt with the lemon, won't hurt.
So what do we have today?
We have longaniza, which is the sausage link. And then we have the campechana, which is a mixture of everything that's in here, the chicken, the longaniza, the suadero, and the steak. This here is a steak, just a regular asada, and then this is the suadero.
Okay, what's the suadero again?
Suadero is like the shoulder cut.
This spot is kind of a hidden gem in the sense that it doesn't have a name. Like when you drive by, it's so easy to miss it.
Yeah, so if you know, you know.
Yes. I would not have been able to find something like this by myself.
We asked somebody and they knew, so they told us. That's how we ended up here.
Hey, if a local recommends it, why not go, right?
It's got to be good, right?
Right, you see?
Yes.
Look at that taco.
Look at that.
And it's only 12 pesos.
That's amazing, bro.
Not 12 cents.
No.
12 pesos.
That comes out to be a little bit like 55 cents.
55 cents?
Yep.
That's like 1990s price right there.
Yeah. And look what we just got.
Are those, what is it? Onions? Ooh.
Caramelized onions.
Okay, we got onions, and we also got this for people who love it hot.
Yes.
Okay, what is that?
Oh yeah, pa que pique.
Okay, what are we gonna start with first?
I'm gonna try the steak. See what I mean? Everything is cooked in lard. So if you actually taste something different, it's most likely the lard that they cook it in.
All right.
Because the lard gives it a whole different taste.
I can already tell we're off to a good start.
I know, right? Good job.
What's the next one?
I'm gonna do the suadero.
Which one is the suadero?
Suadero is that one.
This one, okay.
Yep.
It's so hard to tell, guys, because it's buried under all the...
Delicious salsa. It's tasty.
I have no words.
Very tasty. Wow.
All right, so these are like your kind of tacos right here, right?
Especially because they're only 12 pesos.
Yeah.
That makes it even taste better.
You
Right?
can't beat that, right?
Not even with a baseball bat.
That's right. Who doesn't like cheap eats tacos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We cannot forget about our drinks.
No. This here, it's hibiscus. It's Jamaica. It's a very, very, very popular drink in the Mexican culture.
You know, I think this is one of the best Jamaicas I've had in Mexico. Yeah.
Wow.
It's so flavorful.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I think they add like a little bit of cinnamon. Yeah, so people in different states, they make it a little bit different.
Okay.
Oh, look what she brought me.
Oh, what is this?
What is this, Steve?
Oh. Okay, you're going to fly solo on that one.
Grilled jalapenos. You know why, right?
Yeah.
What? Why, Steve?
Pa que pique?
That's right. Pa que pique.
Okay, I'm going to do my grilled onion. How about that? All right.
I got one better for you, Steve. Do this. You get your longaniza,
Yeah.
and instead of just going to the onion,
Yeah.
put it in there.
Okay.
Make it part of the taco. Look at that. Wow.
That made it even better.
Right?
It doesn't have to be big because this thing is like,
Yeah. Small things bring a big punch, right?
oh yeah, wow. Good find. This is such a great place. By the way, this restaurant is really small. I think there's only like 4 or 5 tables in here, like a
Yeah.
very small space. It's like really the definition of a hole in the wall.
Right.
So if it's crowded here, then just be a little patient with them, but you can always order the food and take it to go if you want to. But it's so worth it.
So the campechana has the mixture of all meats. You have the chicken, you have the longaniza, you have the pork skin, you have the steak, and you have the suadero. Steve, I'm proud of you. You really know how to throw down on tacos. We're gonna have to certify you.
I think so far on this Mexico trip, this is probably my favorite tacos.
Right?
You know, I can't describe it. There's nothing fancy about it.
No, but it's flavorful.
It just has so much flavor in it.
It really brings a big punch.
All right, well, it seems like Jose wants to just go to that pot and get some more, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing too, because these tacos are just too awesome to just end on 4 tacos.
Estela and Ruben, the owners of Sophie's Taquería. Sophie, Ruben, todo estaba muy delicioso. Nos encantaron los tacos. Muchísimas gracias. Que Dios los bendiga.
Woo, that was a great ending to a very long day. Nothing hits the spot like tacos in Mexico. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Tired but happy. It is about 5:30 in the morning and I had to wake up this early because today the team is going to be making the lamb barbacoa. So when you come to something like this, you should wear your dirty clothes, just like you would wear if you were to go to, for example, a Korean barbecue restaurant. As you can see, it is a long process to do an authentic Mexican barbacoa out here in Mexico. Starts early in the morning and I'm not used to waking up this early, so I am pretty tired and uncomfortable, but it's a life experience, so might as well check it out while I'm here in Mexico. Look at that, we got Jose LA and the whole team is here today. Oh yeah.
Buenos días.
Woo!
Buenos días.
What are they making here?
So right here, what they're doing is basically cutting up all the vegetables that's gonna go into the soup. So basically what we have here, they're cutting up the potatoes, the carrots, and separating the garbanzo beans that are gonna actually be in the soup. So they're basically just cutting it up, clean them up, and getting them ready for the soup.
Just like the other day, right?
Just like the other day.
Look at that, the sun is coming up. This house is out here in the middle of the woods. So it's pretty fitting, very natural. A natural environment to be doing a barbacoa. Guys, if you don't know what that is the lamb's hoof, like the leg. So he's kind of toasting it in there because he's eventually going to use his bone as part of the flavoring of this dish. See, there's a lot of details that go into this specific menu, looks like. So apparently this form of cooking originated in the state of Hidalgo, which I am at right now. And that's why I saw so many of these restaurants when we were going down the streets, down the roads. This is a family recipe. It's been passed down for a few generations. It's a very tedious process, but it's made with a lot of love. So that's why when you eat the barbacoa at a restaurant, you kind of have an idea of the work that's involved in it. But this is really as primitive and as authentic as it gets. Oh, there it is. That's the lamb. Yep, it's ready to be cooked. It looks like this is the caldo that's going to go in first, just like the other day with the chicken barbacoa. Inside, looks like you got onion, garlic, carrots, other stuff. Looks like potato as well. This is the tamal that they're gonna make today. So today's not the pork skin. Today they're gonna use chicken along with the veggies and all the herbs. Yes, stuff it in there. Super hot. Yeah, so this is all the embers that are in there.
Yep.
It's quite a sight. It's like orangey kind of reddish color. Wow.
Red hot.
It's red hot, and I'm getting down. All right, and in it goes. The caldo, the soup first. And then these leaves are going all around. That's the tamal right there. It's gonna cook, and then that goes on top, the grill itself.
Let me help you, man.
Okay, well, it's not too hot right now.
Este no lleva chile rojo. No.
I don't think I've ever had an experience like this anywhere in Mexico. This is really as natural, organic, and like I said, as primitive of Mexican cooking that you're gonna find. I'm so used to the gas stoves, but this is so fun to see something like this. It's truly an adventure. Gotta pray before the meal, always. Here is the soup made by Mama Fide. Yeah. Wow, should I take one?
Very delicious.
This one? Oh, okay. All right, I'll take this one. These are the eggs that I saw being made earlier. And look, even beans, black beans. We're all seated at this table, communal style, and we're going to enjoy our soup as well as our beans and our eggs. And this looks amazing. The anticipation, every time I see food being made like this, it's like you really want to eat it right away. Wow, that is pretty good. That is so comforting. You really feel like a Mexican grandmother made something like this. So it is a chicken soup that kind of has a little bit of is it like a tomato flavor inside? But there's definitely a lot of pasta inside. We got some eggs too, all made back there, out in the open. That tastes just like scrambled eggs, but really flavored up. There's like tomatoes, there's onions in there, some spices. It's extremely flavorful, like something that tastes very homemade too. Wow, beans are perfect too. It's not too salty, not too bland. Yeah, these are like really perfect black beans. Wow. They even got tortilla for breakfast here too. I heard you roll it up like this, almost like a taquito, and then you dip it into the black beans. Even by itself, it tastes great because these are fresh made tortillas. I mean, that's the way you gotta do it. How could you buy store-made tortillas and just serve it, right? Especially here in Mexico. Fresh made tortillas. That's the way you gotta do it. Oh, it's actually raining right now. It does happen from time to time in Mexico. But see how this works out? Because we did have other plans in between the barbacoa finishing. So Jose, what's going on out here?
What's going on here is you have all the children, all the schools, everything that's government official, they're celebrating the Mexican Revolution.
Oh, okay.
So this is done nationwide. Every school, everybody participates in it. And you can see all the children, you can see the people, very prideful.
Okay.
And it's just something amazing to see.
Yeah, so November 20th is
November 20th, yes. And then September 16th is the Mexican independence.
Oh, okay.
So, yep.
Well, I learned something new from you all the time.
We try to learn something every day, right?
Right. This is kind of fun. Got so many children out here in this town. Some of them looking at me too, obviously, because I look very different, right? All these children are carrying these banners that are different colors. So we got the green, we got the white, and we got the red. Guess which flag that is?
A celebrar la Revolución Mexicana.
Now that we're finished with the parade, we are here at one of the most popular sites in Progreso, right?
That's right. We are at Mercado Municipal in Hidalgo, in Progreso. And Steve, let me tell you, bro, they have everything. From candy to drinks to food, clothing, souvenirs, you name it, they have it. So, let's go get it.
Yes. Is this the market?
This is it. This is the inside of the market. And let me tell you, Steve, what we're gonna see could blow your mind. Like that chicken right there, we don't normally see chickens like that. But other stuff that we're gonna see and encounter, it's gonna be crazy. Are you ready?
It's pretty cool. You know what it reminds me of? It's kind of like a little bit of Santee Alley in LA, plus the Grand Central Market.
That's it. That's the one I was telling you, is the Grand Central Market. This is just a smaller version of it.
Yes.
Ours is supersized.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
So because this is a smaller town, obviously it's a little smaller. But it's still great, man. And again, you find everything fresh, everything that's good, everything that you need, it's here. Estos son chinicuiles. These grow in the plantas de maguey. Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa el centro y pa dentro. Oh. Man?
Should I try one too?
Try one, Steve. They're good. I can't. Sabe como a. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés?
Crunchy.
Sí. Como Fritos.
It's a little juicy too. I taste the juice in there.
This is my tío. He's down with everything. He's gangster.
Un chinicuil.
Un chinicuil.
Right.
Ah, eso.
All right, I'll try another worm.
Oh, yeah, here comes Bishop. Vicente, échatelo.
This is for Mama's Pampita. Arriba.
It's not gonna go.
Oh, what is that taste, dude, that I cannot pinpoint? Crunchy.
Crunchy, yeah.
Yes.
I told you.
Flavor, though. What flavor are we tasting?
I don't know, but
Something that's from the earth, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Very earthy. Earthy.
That's right.
Very earthy, and it's not seasoned. They just literally.
That's not seasoned?
They just literally put them on there like these chilies.
yes.
That's it.
See. Okay.
So I would say something like this. It's hard to describe. You just have to taste it and
You have
experience
to.
it.
And then also, people don't just eat them raw. They actually put them in the salsa de molcajete.
Sí.
So they crush all the tomatoes, the chili, the onions, and then we're gonna throw this in the salsa and eat it.
I'm also going to try this one too. This is called the tlacoyo, which is very popular here in Progreso. I see like everybody eating this thing on the streets. So this one, the outside is like masa, and then inside is beans and chili. Very simple. I love the shape of it. I don't see this back home. This is so interesting, and I have so much Mexican food back in LA. This is such a good snack. It's so crispy on the outside, but then inside it's filled with like beans, and you know, it's a little bit spicy too. Yeah, I want to order like 4 more of these. 4 more of these. So you'll see everybody around, they eat this. So this is one of the foods you have to eat when you come to Progreso. Tlacoyo. This is about 15 pesos, which is about 75 cents. So as you can see, a lot of the foods here at this market is very affordable. It's not like eating at Grand Central Market or Farmers Market in LA where they just rip you off everywhere. This is like really quality, authentic Mexican food. I feel like this is the land of cheap eats, seriously. So we're following our friend Ivan to another spot, which is some sort of a river, right?
So it's a little park that is next to a riverbed, and it actually has natural springs there.
Okay.
And they turned those natural springs into pools where you could literally go swimming in.
Woo, it's like a rainforest out here. So tropical.
This place is called El Rio. All right, check this out, Steve. You see this water? This is all natural water. It comes from the mountain. It just comes out, literally, right out of the mountain. And it just comes into here, it's running water, and then it goes, and it fills up pools, like literal pools. And then from one pool, it overfills, and it fills up another pool, and another pool. And then eventually, the water runs from each pool and into the river, and it just continues to go.
Now this is pretty interesting. When you go into this section where a lot of the water is coming out, I heard that this used to be a communal bathhouse where if people wanted to conserve on water, then they would just come here and just use the water from nature, and it's always running and it's always fresh, which is the reason why they can do it. It looks great. I really wish I could do it. I mean, it's like something out of a water park, a natural water park. Well, you see how it's coming down from that spring up there? Goes right into this really nice natural pool. This is nature's pool. I heard a lot of people like to come here, especially during this summertime. I'm not going to go in there today, but if you guys find this to be attractive, it is one of the big attractions in Progreso. So the place is called El Rio. If you want to experience nature, you want to bathe in a really awesome atmosphere. Gansito.
Yes, Mexican favorite. So I always say it's like a Twinkie that's dipped in chocolate and stuffed with like strawberry marmalade. And they taste excellent when they're frozen. Right now they're good, but I don't know what it is when you eat them cold. Oh, they're the best.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like it. So maybe what I'll do is I'll save it. I'll put it in the refrigerator and taste the difference.
Oh, okay.
So I think they're gonna catch the fish right out of here. So yes, this is a fish farm. It looks like a mojarra, which is, I guess, a tilapia. It's about a medium-sized fish, not too big, but it's really fresh though. What I've been really noticing about the food here, at least in this part of Mexico, is how fresh and organic and natural everything we've eaten is so far. Nothing that's frozen, has preservatives, just like you would find in a lot of restaurants and markets back home. This is really as healthy as it gets. So if you guys are into this kind of food, then this is a part of Mexico that you should really consider visiting. I know that. So I guess after 9 hours, it is pretty much done. So we're taking all the dirt off. Those act as a cover so that the dirt does not get into the food. Yes, the entire barbacoa team right here. That's right. Oh, all for that. It looks like everyone is gonna just pick off of it and try it just like I am. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. It tastes good though. It's very tender and very smoky too. That fire pit adds a lot of flavor in here. Okay, or maybe it's just the salsa inside. Maybe that's what's adding a lot of flavors. Jose, what part is this one?
This is actually the testicle.
See, I knew it.
But we're gonna go ahead and try. Oh,
It's not the first time.
it's not the first time. This is these
Okay.
nuts.
By the way, you can have it all. Since I'm the guest of honor too, I guess I'll take a bite. Okay.
No,
Yeah, I'm done.
no.
I'm pretty surprised because this lamb is very clean tasting. Because the lambs that I've had, especially the ones that are grown in the US, tend to kind of have a gamey flavor to it. This doesn't taste like that at all. I almost feel like I'm eating a very tender piece of pork. And it has the subtle flavors of the, the firewood inside, the charcoals. It's good. It's like very pure tasting barbecue. So that is the broth that's been cooking along with the lamb. So you're adding some more flavoring into it. Or this soap already looks so good. So this is the consomme. Yes, the soup that was cooking alongside the lamb. This is lamb flavored, along with the vegetables such as carrots and potatoes. Everybody is going to eat inside for dinner, and thankfully that is so because it is really cold outside today. So this is perfect for me. Anyways, the soup came out. This is going to be very nice. Wow, that is good soup. So the consomme, it kind of tastes like very similar taste to like a vegetable broth or chicken broth. There are veggies in here, but I also taste the smokiness from the fire pit. So it has like a very interesting taste. Even when you smell it, I can't quite describe what it smells like. It's kind of like a barbecue, like gamey type of smell, but taste-wise, it's great. It's so light, but it has really good flavor. So this is the tamal. So this time it has chicken in it, not the pork skin. And there's also lots of veggies and spices. Ooh, must be very hot because my lens is steaming up. You could put the salsa inside, but I think there's a lot of flavor in it already.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
It definitely has a lot of flavor. See, I see the chicken in there. That's just a lot of the herbs. I can't really describe what it tastes like because I don't eat herbs that often, especially from Mexico. But just on its own, it's like an explosion of flavor. All right, well, I'm full. We're pretty much finished with the dinner, and we're gonna spend the rest of the night watching the Puerto Vallarta video that I was with Jose last year. You see, he's enjoying it so much,
yeah,
right?
We're just gonna YouTube and chill.
Yeah, that's right. It is now Thursday, 9:30 a.m. It has been quite a roller coaster ride up until this point. The first few days, I wasn't able to get much sleep because I had so much to do. But thankfully today, I can take it easy a little bit. But that does not mean I'm just gonna stay in the house all day. What is that? What is that? All right, should I take it?
Morning.
Hello, morning. Hello. Hola, hola.
Steve, this morning they surprised us. They actually brought all of the leftovers from the lamb yesterday, and they're actually going to recook it. And they say that the next day, the food even tastes better.
Really?
Yeah, because it stays overnight, and all of the juices actually penetrate into the meat and the broth, and all the ingredients actually kind of like just get a little more concentrated. So when you cook it, it gives it a whole different flavor.
So they're heating it up in the skillet, the tortilla with the lamb on top. So this is the gordita de barbacoa. And this one is the consomme Mexican soup. So there are vegetables in there, as well as the broth, which I believe is the lamb broth. And this is the sauce for the gordita de barbacoa. So it's pretty much like a salsa. Tomato, onion, I think there's chili in there too. We also got concha, bolillo. So this is the pan, which is the Mexican bread pastry. And look at that, these cups. I love these. This is for the coffee.
I'll show you this. This is almost like after Thanksgiving.
Here it is, the gordita de barbacoa. And this is once again the lamb that we used for the barbacoa the other night. And it looks different, obviously, because it's been cooked, so it's a little more concentrated, probably crispier. Decided to put the salsa on it as well. And then we also have the consomme, the lamb broth with the vegetables. I had this the other night. It was really good. All right, first bite of this gordita. Let's see how it is. Wow, no complaints about that. That is pretty tasty. And I like the crispiness of it. It's almost like it's been grilled, I would say. And this is once again the tortilla. You see how thick it is? So it's not like the really thin tortilla. They call this the gordita.
The gordita, they call it because it's a little thicker than a tortilla. So that's why the name of it's gordita. And it's a little thick enough to where you can actually slice it and stuff it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, almost like a pita bread, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, look at that. The soup is still nice and hot. Ooh, this is good. Okay, it tastes just like what I had the other night because this was part of the whole barbacoa experience. But the flavor I feel is a little bit more concentrated. It still has like that charcoal, or what is that, like firewood, burnt, smoky smell to it. I've never smelled anything like that in a Mexican dish before. This is only something that can be produced if you do something like what we did the other night. If you guys are watching and you are from a Mexican family, drop a comment because I want to know, is this something that your mom or your grandma makes at home or something similar? Because I would really like to know. So this is all the mojarra being prepared for tonight's dinner, looks like. All right, they're getting started in the morning time. Well, we certainly wasted no time in going on another adventure. So what city or town are we going to?
We are headed to Tula, which is only 25 minutes south of Progreso de Abregon. We're going to Atlantes de Tula. We're in for a big treat.
All right, well, this should be exciting. Gonna make a brief stop here in this convenience store called Oxxo. In case you guys have not heard of it, it's like the major convenience store in Mexico. You'll see it every other block. It's kind of like the 7-Eleven of Mexico. Yeah, I need to get some water before I go because it's gonna be quite a long day. So we just made it into Tulum, and this is supposed to be one of the big attractions in town, right?
That's correct. And then here we are at Atlantes de Tula. This is where we're gonna find the giant warriors, and we're gonna go and walk around and encounter all the different pyramids. You got the sun pyramid and also the moon pyramid, and there's probably a lot more to see.
Yes. So we're talking about warriors as in like real warriors or statues?
You're right. It's statues of warriors.
Okay, clarification.
Yep.
Aquí es la cuna de la civilización tolteca. Aquí se establecieron los toltecas.
So it looks like we do kind of have a tour guide who's speaking Spanish. And thankfully Jose is here to kind of help interpret it for some of us in this group. And the filming here, I have to be very discreet because I cannot use microphones or tripods. So I'm just holding this with my hand right now. But I'll show you as much as I can before I get out of here.
Aquí también hay búhos.
I guess these are some of the fun things you can see around here. Look at that, a snake. Oh yeah, just be careful when you're walking the trails.
We're in a park that actually used to be a mesquite valley. There's a bunch of mesquite trees. They have a bunch of different types of cactus as well. It's pretty interesting, very educational.
This is all the excavated cities of the Tulan tribe. About 30% of it has been excavated, and then there's about, I think, 70% that's still somewhere underground. And another cool thing about this place is the acoustics. So apparently you can scream and your voice can be heard like really far away. Kind of like when Jesus was preaching to the crowd at the, the Sermon on the Mount, so that so many people can hear. We finally made it to the main attraction. The 4 statues are up there on this high temple mount.
Easier.
It does.
And you always have to be careful when you climb up this thing. And I heard that the ancient priests of this temple had a way of walking up. They would go sideways, kind of like what I'm doing right now.
What you see back here, these are pillars, but they're in a shape of warriors. So basically what they did as an honor to the priests, to let them know that these warriors would protect them. And not actually these warriors, but the warriors that were down below. So it made him feel a sense of security.
And another reason why you should come up here, other than the historical statues, is this breathtaking view. You can see 360 everywhere, and it is pretty amazing. All you have to do is just overcome your fears of going up the steps, coming up here, and then you'll pretty much see what you came here to see. I think I can go now. I've been here for about 3 hours. Pretty fun place, especially if you love history, artifacts, all that stuff. So if you guys want to come here too, it's called Zona Archaeological Tula. It is about 95 pesos, so it's not really that expensive. One of the fun things that you can do in the city of Tula in Hidalgo. So we are back at the house now, and tonight we are going to eat in instead of eating out. And as usual, grandmother is going to be making the homemade Mexican meal, and I'm so excited because she's going to be making seafood, specifically fried mojarra, as well as grilled fish, and even like the tamal, a lot of great Mexican foods. So that's the mojarra. So coated with some of the flour, And it goes right in there. And it looks like we have some rice tonight too. So that's the tomato and all the spices being ground up for the Mexican style rice. I never knew how Mexican rice was made. What made that color? I guess now I know. All right. Looks like the first two fish is ready. You see these corn husks? This is going to be used for the tamal. And this is a very unique way of eating tamal for me, at least. See, that's the fish, the mojarra. And then this is the other things that are going to be stuffed in there, the veggie mix, which has, from what I see, cilantro, onion, chile, and we got some salt in there as well, and even some mint and some other things. After it's stuffed, then it is wrapped, and they have to do this individually with all of these pieces of fish. So we're gonna have countless tamales that are gonna be cooked for tonight. And yes, we do have a little bit of a group here, so everybody's going to be able to eat. How long does it take for this thing to cook?
I heard it just takes 15-20 minutes. And it's not for the fish. The fish is quick. It's more for the herbs that are inside that tamale wrap.
Look at that. It is so charred up, and that's how it looks like. Yeah.
That's the grilled tamale. The grilled fish tamale. Here we go. Look at this. Wow.
So tender.
It's hot.
It's very hot.
Isn't it amazing?
It's super tender, just melts in your mouth.
It does.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy eating the rest of this in just a bit. I love the way my plate is looking. This is a full-on meal. Yep, you got the fried mojarra, the fried fish, along with the tamal. So this is the mojarra tamal with all of the veggies and herbs, and the Mexican rice made from scratch. I love it. Tortillas on the side, got to have this with your meal, right? And some people around the table like it spicy, so we got some of the pickled peppers along with the lime. This one is salad, it looks like, with lettuce and tomatoes. Nothing terribly fancy, but looks good. So this is a plate that it looks like it could have come out of a restaurant. All we're missing is just the beans, but it's okay, I'll take it. This is really awesome. Very classic tasting Mexican rice. Oh yeah, gotta have the rice. This is the first time that I've had rice on this trip. So this is not the first time I've had mojarra, but this is the first time I've had it in a Mexican family's home, especially here in Mexico, just like with pretty much everything else I've had on this trip. That is really good. It's fried to perfection. It's tender on the inside and it's crispy on top. It's very clean tasting, so it's not like very fishy. And I think the veggies really adds like more of an earthy flavor because it's vegetables along with like all these herbs. So it really tastes earthy. I think that's the best way to describe it. And there's one more. So this is the mojarra en cazuela, which means fish in the pot. So it's the same mojarra fish, but just cooked with all those ingredients that was in the tamal. Ooh, man, I love this. This is more kind of like a soupy type of mojarra. Wow. Okay, that one is pretty good too. So it tastes kind of similar to the tamal, but I feel it's like soupier. Wow. Oh man. I feel like I can just drink this broth all around the plate. So the veggies is similar to the ones that's used in the tamal. So it has like a very earthy type of taste, and I do taste the sliminess of the cactus in there as well. And the fish, I mean, nothing more to say. It's like super tender, very natural tasting, very fresh. Some of the most tender mojarra that I've had. So once again, this is Abuela Fide. She's been cooking for us for the last few days. Thank you so much. Gracias. Since this is my last night here in Progreso, there is one thing I have not had yet in town, which is a dessert shop. Oh yeah, totally doing it after dinner, ending out the night with a big bang. See, what did I tell you? Dogs everywhere. So where are we at right now?
Right now we came to yogurt and crepes, and it's across the street from the plaza. So we just came for a little dessert right after we had that delicious fish dinner.
That's right.
And we're walking it off too, so we came here to just get a little something sweet, you know what I mean?
That's right. It's our last night here in the city. Why not just treat ourselves, right?
Let's do it.
So at Crepas, this is their menu. It looks like their crepes range from 45 pesos to about 55 pesos. Those are the different flavors. Nutella is always a safe bet, right? And it looks like you go with 4 ingredients, it's 75 pesos. 5 ingredients, 85 pesos. You can also do these crepes kind of like in a protein form, I think. Saladas, but this is what we're gonna focus on. All right, so I guess this is the peaches and cream flavor. See, the peaches are inside and the cream is being spread on top like butter. So this is the crepe, the Nutella, Durazno, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Let me try some of that. Whoa, it's good. Whoa, it's good. It's like thin, paper crispy. I really like the Nutella inside. Very flavorful. Oh, man. So what'd you get, Jose?
I got a little bit of everything. I got a crepe, but it has caramel. It has carnation milk, bananas, and raspberry marmalade.
Looks like his uncle is really enjoying his.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. It's pretty good, right?
It's very good.
Kind of hits the spot after a nice homemade meal.
Almost want like a little glass of milk, to be honest with you.
I guess I'm happy to say that before I left Mexico, I tried dessert at least once on the final night. Well, it's better than nothing, right? Buenos dias. This is my last day in Mexico. Wow, time flies so quickly. It's really been a very interesting experience, an experience like no other. So I'm gonna miss it in some ways, but I'm also excited to be back home to rest. And before I head over to the airport, gonna be having some homemade Mexican food once again. And then we're gonna be driving out to Mexico City, hanging around there for a little while, seeing some of the cool sights, and then off to LA. Look at that, homemade tamales. Oh, my favorite. So we got the red and the green. Yep, my day is starting out right. Yay, it's Ivan's birthday. He's our wonderful host. It took us over 3 hours to get to Mexico City. Okay, I've learned some new things along the way. Mexico City has a big traffic problem, overcrowded problem, pollution problem, just a lot of traffic. But there are some nice things to see in this part, at least, which is one of the top tourist attractions, Plaza de la Constitution. I would say this is within the top 3 tourist attractions in the city. This is a really huge open square with the flag of Mexico in the center of it all. There is a historical Catholic church site. And then this building is where the President of Mexico lives. Yes, the President. And then when you turn to the right, that building is where a lot of governors and other politicians meet, from what I heard. And in this direction, that's where you'll see a lot of shops like jewelry stores, as well as rooftop restaurants, alleyways full of other shops and restaurants. There's a lot of activities going on here. So they sell a lot of things, and it kind of looks like they're doing some witchcraft activity out here. It's not really that good. Oh, this is pretty cool. There's actually an excavated pyramid site right next to the Plaza de la Constitution. It's called Teotihuacan. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, probably not. But this pretty much shows that there was a pretty big ancient civilization that lived in Mexico City before all of the buildings and urban development happened. So yeah, if you guys want to see some pyramids, or at least what's left of it, it's right over here. So a lot of people are going down into this area to take a closer look. I'm not going to have much time to do it today, but at least from up here, I still can see quite a lot. See, what did I tell you? A walkway of merchants everywhere, selling everything from toys to keychains, all these Mexican souvenirs. This really looks like something out of Italy or Belgium or France. This walkway where all these people are walking up and down, very heavy traffic. There's like restaurants on both sides, shopping. Pretty awesome.
¿Tienen nombre, tío?
Sí.
Ah, okay. Pastes Quicos. They said that this is one of the most popular dishes in here. And basically what it is, it's almost like an empanada or a little pie. And inside of it, I got the one that says papa con carne, which is meat and potatoes. And then there's mole rojo, and there's a Hawaiian. There's even one with like weenies. Oh, that looks good.
I want yours now.
I wish I had a little, I'll trade you some.
Okay.
I wish I had a little sauce though, like little chili sauce.
Yes.
Like some tapatio.
All right, you know what?
Pa que pique.
I'm gonna just jack yours right now.
Oh, wow, Steve.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Wow, it's good. It's really good.
You know what kind of tastes like an empanada?
Uh-huh.
So it's savory.
What?
I really like potatoes in mine.
Me too.
Let's see that mole verde. Oh, it's good.
It is.
And it
It's good, but I think I like the carne con papas myself.
Okay, so you're more of like a potato beef type of person, right?
I liked it because it had the potatoes and had like the meat, and I liked the spicy. It was a little bit more spicy than this.
Yeah.
This one, the texture, it's almost a little bit like
a croissant.
Yeah, but inside it's almost like grainy gravy.
Okay.
It's not like a runny gravy. You know what I mean?
You know, actually, I do agree with Jose. I think his was actually the better of the two.
Yeah.
But this was Ivan's favorite, our host.
Right.
So we just had to try it. Like I said, I am pretty limited on my time here in Mexico City. So Plaza de la Constitution is all I'm able to see. But if you do end up coming to this specific site, you'll have seen one of the major attractions in Mexico City. I mean, there is quite a lot to see around here. So yes, it's good to at least see something that I've seen in pictures on the internet and finally stepping foot on it. All right, I'm gonna remember this for sure for all of my life. I'm sad to say that I got separated from Jose at the airport check-in. Oh, pity. But he enjoyed the trip. I did, for the most part. So this is my 100 hours in Mexico, specifically Hidalgo, Mexico. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next food and travel adventure.